Welcome to the best of the Anthony Cumia Show. 1 hour of highlights from this past week. Comedy, politics, current events, and pop culture. All completely uncensored.
Hello? Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Who's this?
This is Debbie.
Debbie.
38DD. Yes, correct. How are you today?
You're 38DD, and it just says here you want to have sexy talk.
I want to have some dirty talk.
Yeah, huh? All right.
Oh,
so
yeah.
should I be Ricky or Fred, as you are obviously doing an impression of Lucille Ball from 1968?
Let's see. You could be the neighbor, and his name is John.
All right. And so do you use the excuse we just didn't know back then? We didn't know the dangers of smoking?
We just didn't know the dangers of smoking.
Right. You're a heavy smoker, right?
No, I'm not a heavy smoker.
Oh, you used to be. When'd you quit?
About 20 years ago.
20 years ago, at the ripe young age of 40, I'm guessing?
No, but that's a good guess.
Oh, it is? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you do understand big tits isn't the whole package. So why don't you describe yourself a little more than just 38 double Ds? Go ahead.
Well, I'll explain the best. I'm very sexy. I love hot sex. I love dirty talk. And that's exactly what you guys like, giving you goosebumps.
Oh, wow. Let me ask you then. Could you please do a little dirty talk for us? Go ahead. The forum is yours. Let her rip.
I feel like I'm burning up.
It's
My
menopause.
pussy is hotter than a blast furnace.
A blast
I'm taking
furnace.
some of this 8-track porn.
Oh, 8-track porn. That's nice. That's good.
Yeah.
So what? There we go.
Like
We got a little music. Why don't you describe what you're doing yourself right now?
I've got that chocolate cake the guy was talking about all over my pussy.
Oh, do you?
Oh, and it tastes so good.
Does it? Does it interfere with your pelvic mesh?
Oh, no.
No? That's sexy.
Oh, no. Why should it do that?
That is sexy.
Oh, baby. Leave it in there for a few.
So what happens? What happens when we turn you over on your stomach?
What happened?
Now what?
Oh, yeah.
Could I play eeny, meeny, miny, mo with your hemorrhoids?
Of
Or
course.
this little piggy went to market, this little piggy went home? No?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. That's
I don't
sexy.
see why not.
That is.
Oh, yeah, just do it good and leave it in there for a few.
Oh, I love an ass
Oh,
that looks like
yeah.
you've been sitting on a gravel driveway and then brush the gravel off.
And brush the gravel.
Yeah, you brush that gravel off.
Oh, you're getting rough on me now. Oh, yeah. I like
please.
it rough.
You know what I love? I love dirty talk about corns and hammer toes. Fucking
Corns
sexy.
and hammer toes.
Yeah.
Oh, you going to give it to me, huh?
Yeah,
With that hammer toe?
That's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 38 double D. Talk about your double Ds. Go ahead.
They're nice and real and big and firm.
Yeah.
Nice pink nipple.
Oh. What if I want to what if I want to see your kneecaps? Do I have to lift them up?
Oh, you do.
Yeah, I hear
Very
you.
carefully,
I hear you.
baby.
You ever see girls that could hold a pencil under their breasts? Can you do that with a Buick?
Yes, that was back in Lucille Ball days.
That's hot. That is so sexy. I love it. Well,
I love it,
I am all kinds of wound up right now. You're just gonna leave. You're just gonna leave me like this?
Oh no!
Yeah, no, huh?
Come here.
Oh,
Get over here.
that's good. Ooh, look. We're face to face. I'm so close to you right now, I could smell your effordent.
My effordent.
Yes, my effordent.
There's nothing better
That's
than
good.
being different with effort.
Let me whisper sweet nothings in your hearing aid.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah. Oh.
You're making a melt.
Yes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Go ahead.
yeah.
Finish up.
Oh, let him fucking melt all over your zipper.
Finish yourself off.
Yeah.
Just brush away those tumbleweeds and finish up.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
you. Ooh.
Oh, shove my face in that pussy. It looks like when you bang two erasers together.
Oh, nice.
See, it's dusty.
Ooh, it's so nice and tight.
Uh-huh. Tight? Really?
Tight.
It's like a joke I heard once. A girl goes, put a finger in me. And he puts a finger in. She goes, put two. And then he goes, put the whole hand. She goes, put the whole hand in. He tells the guy's a miss. She goes, put both hands in. And he's got both hands in her pussy. She goes, now clap. He goes, I can't. She goes, tight, huh? There's two hands in there. It's crazy. It's
You
not
won't be
tight.
able to put several hands.
Oh.
No.
No,
Just
huh?
one finger. Just one.
Oh. Take off those orthopedic shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's get down
that's
to business.
good. I love it. Is that did you polish your toenails or is that just fungus?
Oh, I polish.
I think toenail fungus is very sexy.
Oh, nice.
That's
Are you
good.
going to lick him?
Oh yeah.
Put some hair on that tongue of yours.
Oh my goodness. Does your pussy I hope you don't shave your pussy. I want it to look like Don King.
Oh, no, I shave.
Yeah.
I want
Oh,
to see
you
every
shave,
inch of
right?
me.
I hear ya.
Single inch of
Oh, have you had any kids?
I do.
Oh, that's so sexy.
Yeah, but I'm still very tight because I had him by C-section.
Oh, I love a good C-section scar.
Oh, yeah.
Especially one that was probably made in the 60s when they really had that laparoscopic shit down. What'd they use? A fucking a pendulum like a horror movie? Oh,
Lucky me, I don't have
that
it.
is sexy. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Could you send me a picture or can I just look at that one from the end of The Shining?
At the end of The Shining.
Or the tub part. Wow, that just sounds... You sound really hot. What do you like, a good Rob Roy or a Harvey Wallbanger? What's your poison?
Martini.
Martinis, huh?
Yeah.
Why, do the olives remind you of fibroid tumors in your ovaries?
No, they remind me of you
Oh.
coming all over your ball.
Whoa, that's sexy. Whoa, that's you, huh? I'm looking at pictures of you. You like that? I see you with some false eyelashes.
I do.
That's good. It's Twiggy. You look like Twiggy, the new Twiggy, called Stumpy.
Aw.
I'm just saying you're not as thin and tall as Twiggy, but I like a good, short, stout girl with big tits. That's good.
Well, I'm certainly not stout.
You're not
You know,
stout? Could I get another
No.
picture, maybe, of your lower half? I want to see your hips. I want to.
course.
Whoa, that's you right there, working some dildos.
Ooh.
Wow, that
Oh,
is
yeah.
good. Oh,
Check out my tweeter pics.
were you staining a fence, or was that your tweeter pic? Oh, something about liver spots. What is that? Is that your ass right there? And the little white blanket? Zoom in on that,
Yes,
rat.
you
I want to
think it
see
is.
that butt. That's a sexy pic right there.
Well,
Wow.
yeah,
That's
so
good.
much for Lucy, huh?
That's
Oh,
good.
you
I smack
perfect
that
mom.
ass.
Right?
Right?
You?
Without getting too personal, how old a gal are you?
I am 53.
53 years young. Still with a passionate fire in your belly. Along with some stretching.
absolutely.
Right. I hear you. Well, very sexy. Wow, that's a good picture. That's let me see that picture, Rat. Very sexy. Wow. But the camera was the camera in a steam room right before you shot that one? That's a good one.
Pretty much. Yes, thanks.
Wow, guys like you, huh? You get a lot of responses. That's good. I like your hat. You look like you're from Newsies. Only you could be Oldsies.
Newsies,
Oldsies. What are you wearing? Seashells around your neck? That's wonderful.
No,
I like it. Very sexy. Big tits. How much cum over the years has been drained through that furrow of tit
enough.
meat? Not enough, right? I hear you.
Never.
Well, let me tell you something, 38DD. You're a very sexy woman. I've enjoyed this little romp we've had together on the show. And stay in touch. Maybe I'll follow you on Twitter.
Oh, I would be so honored.
Yeah. Thank you so much, 38DD. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Thanks so much.
All right.
Have a wonderful day.
Yeah. Oh, there she goes. Do you have any disinfectant?
It's the best of the Anthony Cumia Show. 1 hour of what you missed this week because you're too damn cheap to pay for it.
I guess we got to get to all the controversy. Oh, my God. American Sniper. What do we do? What are we supposed to do? Who are we supposed to like? What do I tweet so I don't get yelled at? Called bad words? How far can I go? American Sniper has now been, tied to Michael Moore and, of course, Seth Rogen, because they said shit. I don't know. I don't think it really matters. Michael Moore, a little more offensive, incendiary in his remarks than Seth Rogen was. So I guess he tweeted this after he tweeted the thing about his uncle being killed. His uncle, Lawrence Moore. A lot of talk about snipers this weekend, the holiday weekend of a great man killed by a sniper. So I thought I'd weigh in what I was raised to believe about snipers. My dad was in the 1st Marine Division in the South Pacific in World War II. His brother, my uncle Lawrence Moore, was an Army paratrooper and was killed by a Japanese sniper 70 years ago next month. Whoa. Ooh, look at the fat. Shoot the fat guy. Shoot the fat man. He'd be like this Japanese guy. I've never hit anything in my life. I miss by mile when I shoot at Americans. Cannot hit nothing. Ooh, there's a bigger target. Maybe choop. Oh, I got him. Very offensive. Can't miss. Army Paratrooper 70 years ago next month. My dad always said snipers are cowards. They don't believe in a fair fight, like someone coming up from behind you and cold cocking you. Just isn't right. It's cowardly to shoot a person in the back. Only a coward will shoot someone who can't shoot back. Wow, that's interesting. But, even I can look and say, all right, that guy was in the shit. He's going to have his own ideology about warfare and snipers and his brother's killed by one. Of course, he's going to have a down opinion of snipers, especially Jap snipers back in WWII. But for Michael Moore to, start spouting off about that, whatever. All right, what else does he continue to say? But Deadline Hollywood and the Hollywood Reporter turned that into stories about how I don't like Clint Eastwood's new film, American Sniper. I didn't say a word about American Sniper in my tweets, but here's what Deadline Hollywood posted. Note how they changed snipers to shooters in their headline. Really? Well, and then they always go, we don't know. We don't write the headline. If they wanted to know my opinion of American Sniper, and I have one, why not ask me? So here's what I think of American Sniper. Awesome performance by Bradley Cooper, one of the best of the year. Great editing, costumes, hair, makeup, superb. Oh, and too bad Clint gets Vietnam and Iraq confused in his storytelling, and that he has his characters calling Iraqis savages throughout the film. But there is also anti-war sentiment expressed in the movie, and there's a touching ending as the main character is remembered as being after being gunned down by a fellow American vet with PTSD. who was given a gun at a gun range back home in Texas and then used it to kill the man who called himself the American Sniper. Also, best movie trailer and TV ads of the year. Most of us were taught the story of Jesse James and that the scoundrel wasn't James, who was a criminal and killed people, but rather the sniper who shot him in the back. I think most Americans don't think snipers are heroes. Hopefully not on this weekend when we remember the man in Memphis, Tennessee, who was killed by a sniper's bullet. Who was that? Oh, right. Is that it? And then they have a big fat picture. There it is. Make it a move. Make a move. Wow. So he's still kind of zigging and zagging there about what he wrote initially, talking about his uncle and, snipers are cowards. His dad's words, I gather. He's raised that way, Yeah, you can't totally get on him. You have to think about where it's coming from. I think he's an asshole. I think if you look at what snipers do, they're another tool in what the military does and what they need to do out there. American soldiers backed up by snipers, up there keeping an eye on their backs and doing their job. It's no more cowardly than anyone else that's going to get right into the action. As far as a fair fight, giving you the chance to shoot back, I bet there were probably quite a few instances in World War II where American soldiers didn't give anyone the opportunity to shoot back. It sounds like a dumb strategy in a war to give the guy the opportunity to shoot at you. I would say no. If you have a chance to shoot someone without them knowing it, if they're going to try to kill you, if they see you or something, sure, you kill them. What the fuck is that about? I think Michael Moore's dad might have had a little PTSD or something. Could happen. So you got to look at it from his perspective. I think he is an asshole, and I think he looks at things like the military with a certain amount of disdain. I think he himself feels entitled to talk about it because he does have a family history of military service, even though he didn't serve himself. He serves himself at the buffet. I get it, because he's... But, so he feels entitled to talk about it, yet he doesn't have many nice things to say. And when you talk anything about the Iraqi war or Afghanistan or anything that was started during the Bush administration, you're never going to get something complimentary out of him, even about the people that were sent there to do that job, regardless of how they felt about the mission. They just knew, as an American soldier, you go out there and do what you are trained to do and what you do for your country and your brethren as you're out there on the field of battle. So Michael Moore, chalk it up to an asshole. Now, Seth Rogen, on the other hand, I don't think Seth Rogen said anything wrong. And I've been catching some shit on the Twitter about this one. I said last night that I understand what he was going for, what he said. I don't think he was sitting there making an analytical critique of cinema and comparing the two movies frame for frame or anything like that. He just said that the movie reminded him of the propaganda movie that was played in Inglourious Bastards. But he didn't even put it like that. He said the movie that was playing in the third act. So he didn't even say Nazi propaganda. But then everyone wants to come out and say, hey, did you hear Seth Rogen compared Chris Kyle to a Nazi? And it's like, what? You can't do things like that. You can't just do that. Yes, I got some shit from this person. No, you clearly don't understand the Seth Rogen comment unless you too are saying the movie is propaganda. And of course I wrote, you're being too simplistic. That was Rhythm BW there. And it is too simplistic of view to just say it's propaganda. that movie in Inglourious Bastards was supposed to be the propaganda version of a Nazi sniper, and you're comparing it to Americans, and you can't just do that. He said the film, what he was watching, and I guess certain aspects of it, reminded him of that. And then Seth Rogen commented, and it's kind of funny, because I wasn't comparing the two. Big difference between comparing and reminding. Apples remind me of oranges. Can't compare them, though. Get it? Seth Rogen. And that does make sense. You could be reminded. It could hint of something without being propaganda, or it could resemble propaganda. And I understood what he said. That the trailer for it is very, kind of psychological, very deep, very emotional. But there are scenes in that movie where he's just picking fucking people off, pa-choo, pa-choo, shooting people. See some shit. And now here is an actual, I didn't know this was even made. It's a trailer for the movie that was being played in Inglourious Bastards. It's not a real movie. Never was. I mean, obviously, the guy's in the movie, and he's in this propaganda movie. But I guess somebody, it might have been Quentin even, I don't know. I guess in order to get rights to it, it had to be, made a trailer for Nations, was it Nation's Pride? And this is that. And now, if you look at this, you can see, if you've seen the movie, not so much the trailer, if you see the movie, you could see some similarities in how Americans would watch American Sniper and how these, fictional Germans, what have you, would watch this, and how real Germans in World War II would watch a propaganda film. It's very cool. I don't think anybody or most people aren't watching American Sniper, and when Kyle shoots somebody in the head, is going like, oh, that's terrible. You go like, yeah, fucking smoke his head. Look at it. It's just how it is. And check this out. This is the fake propaganda movie.
From Reich Minister Dr. Joseph Goebbels comes the remarkable true story of Friedrich Zoller, Germany's most decorated war hero.
I implore you, we must destroy that tower! Du feiges Amerikanerschwein.
His courage was bound by duty. His legend was baptized in blood. His name will be crowned in glory.
Who wants to send a message to Germany?
Nation's Pride. World premiere August 21st at Le Gamard Theater, Paris.
I wouldn't go to the Le Gamard Theater, though, that night. I wouldn't go to see the premiere. Could get in a little sticky situation there. Bring a fire extinguisher. But now, do you see how that's kind of, they're showing him as a hero of the nation, and, he's mowing down a lot of people. I mean, they absolutely made the point of saying that Chris Kyle had killed more enemies than any other sniper. They were calling him the legend in the movie. That was like his nickname and stuff. So there are aspects of it that I can absolutely see Seth Rogen, of all people, saying that it reminded him of that. Without it having to be on every fucking news channel. Like the only reason I'm talking about it is because it got so much fucking attention. It's insane. And I caught shit for making this point. That I was pushing the liberal agenda, which is hilarious. That I'm, a commie. I'm fucking calling it propaganda. Whatever. Anything could be propaganda. Hey, is it a feel-good movie? It's propaganda about love. There you go. Go see a rom-com and tell me it isn't love propaganda. No shit like that don't happen. That love shit sucks. But, people got all kinds of pissed at me about that. And why wasn't any shit given to punch up Private Ryan. I got that clip there. There it is. Action sequence, is that it? I think that's it. No, marksman. Marksman in action, yeah. I think that's it. All the way to the left, yeah. There you go. Why wasn't this? This movie was just praised left, right, up, down, and sideways. Steven Spielberg, Saving Private Ryan. An amazing movie. And probably one of the best sniper segments in a movie. This guy was great. It was brutal. So much more graphic than American Sniper was. I was very surprised at the lack of real blood and gore in the movie. And I would assume it was done on purpose. Because if you're going for any type of accuracy, they really glossed over the bloodshed in that. They used CGI blood, which I just don't like at all. I don't think it looks real. It takes you out of the moment in the movie. With this, you could tell they were using fucking pumps to pump blood out of people's throats and, squibs that would go off and shit like that. That digital blood just doesn't look real enough and takes you out of it. Not as fake as the baby in the movie, because we'll get to that when I, give my complete review of the film. But here's the sniper scene in the tower, Saving Private Ryan, making the last stand up there. And I think this blows away, by the way, any sniper scene from American Sniper. And this is a lot more reminiscent of what we saw in the propaganda movie of Inglourious Bastards. And this was revered, this movie, and Spielberg praised for it. So check it out.
Blessed be the Lord, my strength, that teaches my hands to war and my fingers to fight. My goodness, my fortress, my high tower, and my deliverer. My shield, and he in whom I trust.
Oh, see that little spray going on. Bolt action. Crazy. Oh, shit. Right. Yeah, it didn't end well for him, must say. Yeah, that is something. And that's a hell of a sniper scene right there. He's got some great scenes in that whole movie. Enemy at the Gates was really good. A nice little sniper standoff. I think there are better sniper movies that have been made. As far as American Sniper goes, I think Bradley Cooper did a good job. He looks the part. He kind of acts, that kind of quiet cowboy type guy. Does a good job. The movie itself, I think, was going for something a lot more than it got to. I think they were really trying to bring out an emotion, like Chris and his wife and the kids and everything, and it just moved all too quickly. You weren't really able to build how he must have felt about it. The whole post-traumatic stress thing that he was suffering from when he finally got back from the 4th tour, I mean, they glazed over it. And then he's helping out vets, and you never really feel the turmoil that he must have been feeling. So everything is glossed over too quickly. The battle scenes themselves are a little Audie Murphy-ish, if I could say, a little too over the top for what I would imagine it was and what the book says it was. If you read his book, a lot of the stuff in the movie is just not there. There's this kind of cat and mouse thing that's it's ham-handedly put in the movie. It's forced in there to have this cat and mouse other sniper scenario going on that never really happened. And I don't know. It's been done in so many other movies that it didn't need to be put here. I think the time would have been better spent with some of those over-the-top battle scenes, trying to develop a character, trying to develop his character and his relationship with his wife and the other men around him. You don't really feel bad when his buddies get killed because there isn't really a great camaraderie there. Now, I know there's only so much you could do with so much time in a movie, but it has been done before where you genuinely feel for somebody in a movie based on them losing a friend or something in combat. And then when you take something on a longer scale like Band of Brothers, a miniseries, you could really build a character and feel awful when somebody loses a friend in a movie like that. But this, it was too shallow. The whole thing. It was just too shallow. It wasn't emotionally satisfying. The battle scenes weren't that satisfying. We've seen it done a fuck of a lot better in a fuck of a lot of other movies. I think Bradley Cooper, though, was good. I think he portrayed Chris Kyle very well. I didn't know Chris from a hole in the wall. I interviewed him once. He seemed like a very nice fellow, very well put together, had a zest for life. Unfortunately, that was taken away from him. And, you know, one of those guys that you look at and talk to with a certain amount of reverence and respect. And Bradley Cooper kind of captured the essence of that. But, you know, the most emotional part of the movie, and this isn't a spoiler because it's the end, and they do mention the fact that he was gunned down on a range as he was helping out a Marine that had post-traumatic stress, helping him out with some type of gun therapy. It's a weird concept, but I'm no doctor, so I'm not going to get into that whole thing. But they showed actual footage of his funeral motorcade and at the funeral and the honor guard. And that was the most emotionally, the most emotional part of the movie. That was where you were like, oh, wow, that does suck. But all the other shit, it just wasn't, sorry. I don't know. It made a lot of fucking money. And now it's in the news. That seems to be what you got to do for a movie now, to get it in the news. Somehow get Seth Rogen involved. Is that what you do to a movie now? So how is Seth Rogen going to be involved in our new movie when we put it out? And the fake baby was so distracting. American Sniper's fake baby scene. Now, I know they probably use fake babies in a lot of movies, but I think it's for a real quick shot, maybe from the back, maybe at a distance. I mean, the mother is handing him a doll. His wife is like, here you go, honey. And it's like, oh, it's a doll that he's getting. I don't know. Here it is. Look, it's fake. It's a Cabbage Patch doll. Yeah. So I found that funny, not too distracting, but a little funny. She was good, but just good. And then there are some parts that are so fucking over the top that I'm just like, oh, God, they did this to try to pull at your heartstrings. He's on a sat phone from battle a couple of times with his wife on the other end. Like, hey, hold on, honey. Hold on. Let me go take a few people out, and then I'll be back on the phone. He's just on the phone with her. One time during fucking crazy combat, she comes out of the hospital, she just had a sonogram or some shit. And she's standing in front of the hospital going, Chris! I'm kind of hunched over. And everyone's just walking around. No one says anything to her. And she's listening to, combat from a few thousand miles away. I didn't believe that part of it. It's very hard. I don't think anybody that has a family member in action like that has ever heard the action, It's probably worse to not hear it and hear about it. Because then you don't know what the fuck's happening. It's all the mystery of are they okay kind of a thing. So I don't know why they threw that in. And I don't know, they really glossed over his brother. His younger brother was in the Marines, and he was also sent to Iraq. And they just, whizzed out. He meets him for 2 seconds on a airstrip. And I'm like, wow, give me more. I wanted more of this fucking story of who this guy was and everything. And they just didn't pull it off. Didn't do it. Just my opinion, folks. Just my opinion. See it yourself. See what you think. I guess Whoopi and the crew at The View, they had to get involved in this whole hubbub. And Whoopi, she didn't like Seth Rogen or Michael Moore's comments. Very interesting. She's very unpredictable, I guess. Let's hear what Whoopi had to say.
But some celebs are taking some heat for what they're saying about it. Nicole, you got some of the tweets. What's the issue?
Yeah.
There?
So I remember I emailed you the night that I saw this. It blew my mind. And you and I talked about this last week. Incredibly important, beautiful movie. Seth Rogen, though, compared it to Nazi propaganda, tweeting, American Sniper kind of reminds me of the movie that's showing in the third act of Inglourious Bastards. It was a movie about Nazi propaganda. He later clarified, I actually liked American Sniper. It just reminded me of the Tarantino scene. Then Michael Moore tweeted, my uncle killed by snipers in World War II. We were taught snipers were cowards. We will shoot you in the back. Snipers aren't heroes, and invaders are worse.
So everyone gets to have an opinion because opinions are like buttholes. Everyone's got one. Yes. So you didn't like the movie? That's okay. We stood behind you, Seth, when you made the movie, and we said you had the right to make the movie you wanted to make.
Yeah.
Give them the same respect.
Could you pause that? What is Seth Rogen doing that isn't giving them the right or respect to make a movie and make a movie like that? He said, hey, that reminds me. It wasn't like his movie where the movie company literally didn't put it out when it was supposed to come out because of outside forces or whatever. Like that, it's like, oh, we stood behind you. And it is true. You know, a bunch of people stood behind him. And but he didn't do anything but say that movie reminded him of a scene in another movie. That's all he said. I don't get you people getting so fucking like crazy about this. The craziness that I'm emoting here is because I'm flabbergasted at how two-sided people can be when it comes to things like this. The same people that are crowing for Charlie Hebdo and freedom of speech and all this other shit, and we're saying, hey, don't let those North Koreans or Sony stop us from expressing our freedom of speech and seeing a movie, and all those same people spin around and go, Seth Rogen, that motherfucker, he should respect He's voicing an opinion. He's voicing not even a critique of the movie, not an insult to anyone in the movie or that made the movie. A part of that movie reminded him of something else. That's all he fucking said. And to say the word Nazi propaganda is propaganda. You're using those tactics. He compared it to Nazi propaganda. No, he didn't. He compared it to a film that showed a fictitious piece of Nazi propaganda on a screen in a theater in the movie. Realize how separated that is from Nazi propaganda? He wasn't watching an actual Goebbels production of the Jew rat moneylender and fucking comparing it to that. I don't get this. I really thought that when everyone was given an equal voice through social media, that the cream would rise to the top. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Faith in humanity. Right down the old shitteroony. We got anything else from Whoopi on that?
We stood behind him. Yeah. Give them the same respect. And Michael Moore, you know better. Yeah.
Well,
Why does Michael Moore know better?
These guys.
He doesn't. He's proven he doesn't.
The snipers, not just the snipers.
There was a hiccup burp all in once. It was like a hiccup.
And this is good.
There might have been something else in there, but I'm not sure.
Rosie's sexy.
It was like an exclamation point.
Oh, I meant to say disgusting.
These guys die so that people like Michael Moore and Seth Rogen can say this stuff.
I am so tired of that
next time
argument.
They trash a movie.
Bradley
about American
Cooper
heroes,
didn't die.
Just add a little thank you.
But, Nicole, democracy demands dissent, and you know that, right? So I think that everybody is allowed to say what their opinion is, and if PTSD was not as thoroughly represented in the film as some people thought, I think that's a valid criticism.
That's not what that's what you said, and that was absolutely valid. And that's not what they said. They compare these guys.
They said. It's like Mrs. Chipper.
He was saying
That's not what they said.
I mean, saying that more attention should be paid in general in this movie and more broadly to PTSD is something I completely agree with.
Right.
Calling them Nazis is not. It's offensive.
He didn't
and I think
call
the
them
should
Nazis.
boycott Seth Rogen's crappy movie.
Wait, no. See, this is the thing. Again, everybody has the right to their opinion. However, as filmmakers and as creative people, nobody has the right to put your thing down. Now, I'll tell you something. My brother does not really go to the movies. That's not his. He'll go see me because I'm a sister. He doesn't have a choice. Right. Okay. Family obligation. Yeah. But the one thing he said to me about everything is he said, this movie... See, because a lot of people forget history. They forget what the soldiers went through. See, my brother came through the 60s when our friends were going off to Vietnam. And so you can, if you've never been to war, it's a lot that you can call people names. You can call all kinds of names. But until the bombs are exploding around you and the people are dying around you, you need to be a little more sensitive, dudes. I get that you're creative types, but so are they. So back up. Or not. We'll be right back.
What a mishmash of estrogen in that fucking room that just confuses everything. Just confuses everything. Bunch of yappy broads.
So does he have to apologize or he doesn't have to apologize?
I don't know what she was going for there. She said you could have an opinion because they're like buttholes, but don't have an opinion about some things. I don't know. And you absolutely can criticize a movie. Even though he was not even close to criticizing that movie, you can, just because the subject matter is war. Let me say, I guess we have to critically acclaim Hogan's Heroes to pay tribute to the men that were held prisoner of war by the Nazis. So when Hogan's Heroes comes on, don't say anything bad about it. Don't say it reminds you of the movie Stalag 17 or The Great Escape or anything. Never say that, because you're disrespecting Colonel Hogan, who somehow was able to go to dinner with the upper echelon of the Nazis. I don't know. He was sitting at a table just this morning. Hogan's Heroes was on. There's Colonel Hogan with a busty blonde next to him. Major Hochstetter and Bull Carter are there, and he's just eating. Schultz comes in and serves him food. I don't know. Werner Klemperer. John Banner, all Jews. A bunch of Jews.
I don't think Werner Klemperer was a Jew.
I think he was a Jew.
Was he?
And so is Robert. Richard Dawson wasn't a Jew. He went around and kissed all the Nazis. That's how he got started on Family Feud. Ivan Dixon, the black guy, and Larry Hovis, another Jew. And someone who pitched this, the producers and everybody, just thought it was a great idea to make a sitcom with swastikas in it. I don't know. But now if in Whoopi's take on it, you can't mock or criticize Hogan's heroes. Take it literally. That's what she's saying. And if Seth Rogen said that Hogan's heroes reminded him of The Great Escape or Stalag 17, he could be criticized. I don't know. People are insane. They've just gone nuts.
You're listening to the best of the Anthony Cumia Show. Follow the show on Twitter at The Cumia Show or like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Anthony Cumia Show. Now we're talking uncensored.
I wanted to get this story out because you know how people love talking about sex, and scientists love getting involved and fucking the whole thing up. I don't think I needed a scientist to tell me this one. The most dangerous sex position, scientists have concluded, is woman on top. Now, you're laying on your back. The girl wants to get on top. We all think it's kind of nice because they have to do all the work, but that's a myth. That is a complete fucking myth. You're now doing an exercise that you ever do, like, you got to lay down and do hip.
By the way, it is literally that exercise. It's considered one of the best exercises for your lower back.
Yeah. And it's amazing, but it's tiring.
Yes.
The girl isn't doing the work. Stop it.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's a big myth that the girl's doing all the work and she's on top. Look, the truth is, if you have a girl on top, you're probably doing something stupid like trying to make her come, which you shouldn't be wasting your time with. But because girl on top, that is like the most, like, that is when sex just becomes like for the girl. I feel like I could like check out and read a book during that time.
Yeah.
The girl just wants to like grind on your dick on top for like 10 minutes, and you're like, all right.
I have found myself glancing over at Seinfeld on the TV in the bedroom, like with the girl on top.
Ah, this is a good one.
And another thing, and because it is one of the most dangerous positions, not only are you working to, those pelvic thrusts up that are so much harder than just the missionary position where you can just lay there and you do whatever, but now you have to keep her movements in check within the fucking parameters that your dick can bend.
Yeah.
You don't want your good cock going into gimbal lock. You gotta keep that shit. Like, so I have to hold hips now. And if they're rocking too high on the dick to slam down, you get to a point where it comes past this cracking thing.
Yeah.
Where they can just bend, and that's why it's dangerous. They could literally snap your fucking dick.
Well, that's the thing. That's why, it's even more dangerous because it doesn't turn us on that much to be in that position. So you have to be completely mentally focused to keep your dick rock hard. Because
I got to think about raping your mother this whole time.
The second your dick starts to soften up a little bit, then boom, snapped right in half.
Now you get these snap.
And by the way, then you got to fucking somehow recover because within 3 minutes, then it's going to become about how she's not pretty enough for you. And it's about her again, even though your dick feels like it was just fucking broken in half.
It couldn't, it's dangerous. There's too much thinking going on in that position for a guy to maintain the passion that needs to be maintained. You're just thinking about, don't snap my dick, stay over here. And then some of them want to lean back like a rodeo rider, like this, and you can't do that. The dick does not bend forward when it's erect. Wow. Girls really they want us to know everything about that pussy, where to lick it, touch it, flick it, all that shit to make them come. And they don't know the basic geometry of a boner, that it cannot move this way very far when it's hard. It's not this way. It's not a fucking 6-speed. Get it right.
Well, no, that's the other thing, though, is because you could always fuck a chick who has been with big dick guys before you, because she does all that shit.
Yeah.
Where she does all the fucking, like, oh, give me, like, dude, I can't give you any more than I don't have.
That's all I got.
Dave Smith's got a nice piece on him. I've seen Dave Smith in action personally.
When it's next to Lewis's, it looks pretty good.
It's unreal. So, I'm sure you've actually even dealt with that even more, because having a bigger dick, I'm assuming.
Is that based on the Jewish curve of dick size? Because I understand, some people with C's, it gets pushed up to an A based on how many F's.
I'm a different type of Jew. Like, I have a big dick and terrible credit. So I didn't get any of the good stuff.
You're black.
Yeah, right, exactly. I'm that type of Jew. like the Israelite type who stand on the corner.
That makes perfect sense.
But I get that completely. I don't think that's a dick size thing. I get that completely where girls will try to hit angles that you're like a hard dick does not bend to that angle.
Right.
Like I've had girls who really like doing like really aggressive, just kind of like forward back things. And you're like, dude, this hurts. Like this is not okay.
That's another top move, by the way. It's the rocking forward and backwards. Forward, you could go forward all day, and you'll end up on my face. My dick will be out of you, and that's fine. The backwards one, you can't go very far backwards. It's our dick. Picture our dick like those spikes in the parking lots, right? You could drive over them all day that way. Do not back up. I'm going to get one of those signs and put it over the bed from those parking lots. Do not back up. Penis damage will occur. Don't do it.
What's the worst injury you've had in bed?
Oh, man. Very common one. Thank God, not bad injuries, but a very common one.
Anal fissure.
Anal tearage. The knee to the balls. When a girl goes to jump on the other side of the bed and just rams that knee into your nutsack without thinking, hey.
That I've had that before.
Yeah.
I've had a knee in the ball. I've had, what I like consistently is the worst one to me is just like a wrist, like you post and you don't really realize that you're just like kind of posted on it for a long time. And like my wrist will be sore for like a few days because I was just like in a position too long. Like I've had that problem like multiple times.
Yeah, I
think I post too long in bed, guys.
There are things like that. I am very prone to outbreaks and blemishes for many years. My teen acne has not cleared up. I need Proactive. Come on, gals. So if I have a banner weekend of licking box, it's just fucking. I look like fucking the kid from Mask. It's terrible. So I will get blemishes. I'll get underneath my tongue and like it feels like I ate like Captain Crunch without enough milk.
Yeah,
like a whole box of it. Everything just hurts, my lips and stuff. I get in there.
That's what I do.
Chin, nose, put it all in there.
I've torn the underneath side of my tongue plenty of times.
Yeah. Where you go, it's like hanging flesh.
Yeah.
On the bottom of your tongue. Yeah, that's weird. You gals got it knocked. Just put a dick in your mouth.
No,
you don't eat pussy.
That's not true.
Is it against?
I love
what is that?
pussy.
Only for Purim?
Not on Friday.
Not on Friday, of course. Oh shit! Yeah, so that's dangerous. I didn't know what other ones were. Is this only the most dangerous one, or do they talk about? It's dubbed the cowgirl, responsible for half of all penis fractures in the bedroom. Research also revealed that doggy-style position with women on all fours is behind 29% of afflictions. What could doggy-style possibly do?
Well, when you punch her in the back of the head.
That's true. I'm trying to think, like, doggy... maybe if you're drunk, or maybe if the girl, like, goes down too fast off her knees and just flops down. You're
getting pretty inventive with these. I don't know how you hurt yourself.
Yeah. Looking, half of them report hearing a crack before excruciating pain, with some also suffering swelling. The average age was 34. Some of the men waited up to 6 hours before seeking medical attention.
Ooh,
that is something. That's just 6 hours of you hoping it goes away.
No, man, this ain't real.
Come on, man. This ain't happening, man. This ain't happening, man.
It's a dream, bro. I'm just dreaming right now.
Wake up, man.
Bro, I can fly. I can do whatever I want to do. I know I'm dreaming.
I'm dreaming, man. I don't have a cracked dick.
Some people might call it a nightmare, but I call it a dream, bro.
It's the best of the Anthony Cumia Show.
But we also have the most offensive song contest, and it's brought to you by HydromaxBathmate.com. Get a bigger dick. It's HydromaxBathmate.com. Enter the coupon code Cumia and receive a free shower strap, and that's worth like $25. Can't wait for mail delivery? Visit your local adult store, video store, and ask it for it by name. Hydromax Bathmate, free strap not included. Can only get it via the mail orders. Dude, check this out. Go to full screen with this. And go to the beginning of it, Rat, because I want these guys to know how this works.
I'm doing this tonight.
What is this thing? I don't understand.
Of course you don't understand it. You will.
It's a dick pump, Dave. It's a fucking dick pump.
But it's not like every other dick pump. There's no plugs, no batteries.
Oh, I've
no
tried all the
moving
dick pumps on
parts
the market,
like that.
Anthony.
This one will fucking amaze you. Watch how this works. It's 5 or 6 easy steps. Repeat it. Here it is. You get in the shower, right? Step 1, just loosen up a little in the shower. Get the water going over you. Look at that guy. He's having a good time.
Clean your dick a little.
Just clean your dick a little bit.
There we go.
Now fill the pump with water. Look at that. You hold the tip. Now it fills up with water. There's a little valve at the end there.
Okay.
Right? Now put it over your little dick. Right? Now you start pumping, and watch what happens. The water comes out of the front as you pump, and it makes a vacuum in there.
So it's
before you know it, your dick is fucking getting bigger and bigger inside that tube.
It looks like a robot coming.
Yes. Now you hold that thing there, and you're pumping. Now, repump or just leave it on for 15 minutes. 15 minutes in the shower. And look at this. It's amazing. What else are you doing in there? Washing your hair? Washing your ass? Look at this. And if you use Cumia, you get this. Look, a strap to hold it up while you can use your hands now to do everything else.
Do step 6 without Cumia.
Crazy. Bathmate. The HydromaxBathmate.com. You go there and pick one up, put it on your dick, get yourself a nice plump fucking dick from this. Are these gifts for our friends?
Of course.
Oh, you didn't even know.
Friends, when you slip that over your cock, think of your friend Anthony and lose that erection immediately.
Listen to me. I'm going to send you a video of me using this.
You know what?
I swear to God.
The fine people at HydromaxBathmate.com are going to love that video.
And I'll have my girlfriend give an official review.
That will be great. I like how you slipped the old girlfriend in there. That makes it sound a lot less gay.
The Anthony Cumia Show. Now we're talking uncensored. If you like what you hear, visit AnthonyCumia.com for subscription information and show details. And never miss a minute of fully archived shows available at any time in streaming HD video or audio download. Go 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 download.